Jack Daubert. Have you heard of him? 15-year career, 2,326 career hits, 303 career batting average. Ken Arzone here in Vista, California. I'm looking at Monday, July the 14th, 2025. Why am I covering Jack Daubert? I like his career batting average, and that's what I've been doing. This is the 116th baseball player I am covering. 300 or better career batting average. Now, I've covered a lot of guys before that. I have over 2,000 videos on my YouTube channel. But in the last 100, and let's see, I got the right number. Yeah, 116 videos, the last ones, I've been covering baseball players, 300 or better career batting average. I think that is a significant accomplishment in baseball history. However many years you play, however many at-bats you play, if you can maintain 300 or better, good for you. Jack Daubert, interesting guy. 15 years, 1910 through 1924. But you know what's curious about him? He started at age 26. Way too late, guy. Why didn't you start at age 20? He ended up with 2,326 hits. If he had had those first 6 years playing baseball, and let's say he got 500 or 600 hits in those 5 or 6 years, he may have had 3,000 hits for his career. Good hitter. Let's look at his career. Starts 1910, 26 years old. 144 games, gets 146 hits, 264. Second year, 176 hits, bats 307. Third year, 172 hits, back-to-back 170, 308, back-to-back 300. 1913, 178 in hits, 3 years in a row. Bats 350 and wins the batting title. His fourth year, 350 average. And he's getting his 500 or more at bats. Fifth year, 156 hits, 329 average. He wins the batting title back to back. How about that? 2 batting titles in a row. Sixth year, 164 hits, 301 average. He's got 5 years in a row over 300. Seventh year, 151 hits, 316. 6 years in a row, 300. 1917, 122 hits, 261 average. Little off that year. But comes back, 1918, 122 hits, 308 average. 8 seasons over 300. 1919, 148 hits, 276. I'm not mentioning home runs, RBIs, and runs scored. He's not excelling in those areas. He's not a power hitter. He's not an RBI producer, so I'm not mentioning that. No, he goes 1920. 168 hits, bats 304. I got to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 seasons, 300 or better. (1921) 158 hits, 306 average. 9 seasons, 300 or better. 1922, listen to this. 38 years old. You think his career is winding down. And you know what he does? He plays every game of the season, gets 610 at-bats, scores 114 runs, gets 205 hits, 38 years old, and it's his 13th season in the league. 205 hits. Only 66 RBIs. That's a poor performance there, but he bats 336. I got to count it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seasons, 300 or better. And in the 1922 season, he gets 300 total bases. So he goes 4 for 5. 100 runs scored, 200 hits, 300 batting average, and 300 total bases. The only area he did not perform was RBIs. He only had 66. If he had had 100 RBIs, he would have gone 5 for 5. So 4 for 5, 38 years old. I like that 205 hits. In fact, how many guys 38 years old have gotten 200 hits in a season? Very few. 1923, Daubert, 146 hits, 292. And then his last season, 1924, 40 years old, 114 hits, 281. Let's look at his career. 2014 games. I like that. He passed the 2,000 mark. 7,673 at-bats. And that's 15 years. If he had had another 5 years, and let's say you get 2,500 hits per year, that's 2,500 hits, right? 5 times 5 is 25. He would have been over 10,000 at-bats. Yeah, I'll remind you, this guy started late. He started at age 26. So he gets 1,117 runs scored, only one season over 100 runs scored. Not good enough. But he does get 2,326 hits. This guy was consistent, had some good years, but only had one 200-hit season. 250 doubles, 165 triples, 56 homers, not a home run guy, 722 RBIs. It was not an RBI producer, but he ends up 303 career batting average, 10 seasons out of 15, 300 or better, and he had 3,074 total bases. Good enough for the Hall of Fame? No. The fact that he started late hurt him. If he had started at age 20 and went all the way to age 40, he may have been about 28, maybe 3,000, 2,800, or maybe 3,000 hits if he had performed in those first 5 years. And then he had a couple off seasons. He had a 261 and a 264. If he had improved on those years. And if he had gotten a couple more 200 hit seasons, maybe 3,000 hits for this guy. 303 career batting average. I like it. We're done with him. Who's next? Here's another guy that had potential. You probably heard of him. Mike Greenwell. Boston Red Sox, but only 12 years. He stopped playing at age 32. Why? What happened to Mike Greenwell? I'll get into him next. But you know why I like him? 303 career batting average. I'm out.